This is chapter number 1, what, where, how and when. So we are taking a summary of this chapter. First thing is history. What is history? History is a chronological, one by one, step by step, one by one, sequential account of events, ghatanaएं, as they took place in the past. So from the past, what all has happened, all the events, all the scenarios, we know about around 20 lakh years we know, but before that we didn't go. Why do we want to study history? There can be various reasons, multiple reasons, but some of them. First thing is, we know about our past, like you are there, your father will be with you, and your grandfather will also be with you. What about the great grandfather? You don't know about him. So what was happening in your family? What was happening in the lifestyle of the family, the culture, what they were doing, what they were not doing, how were they different from others? All these information only can be got with the past history. So as I said, their culture and lifestyle, and how it was different from others, what kind of cultural lifestyle they were living at that era. And it's maybe possible that your great grandfather may have done some mistakes. Everyone does mistakes. You can learn from the mistakes. Today's present world, if you see wherever there is a conflict, India-Pakistan conflict, Pakistan-India-China problem, Palestine-Israel problem, all these problems are historical. They are not they have not come in a day. It's historical. So how do we know what those problems, and we know the problem, then only we'll be able to solve these problems. Okay? So what was the problems in the past, in the history? If we are aware, we'll be able to solve the present day problem. So there are time frames of history, and these are the dates you're going to learn. Jesus Christ, the God of Christianity, the Advent, like Allah in Islam, Hindus, they have many gods. So Jesus Christ, the day he was born, it's considered as zero time, zero date. So we go before that or we come after that. So if I say 1500, which is before Ishu Masih or Jesus Christ's birth. His birth is around 2000 years back. We can go up to that. So from that point, when he was born, we go back any date, we add BC, before Christ. Before Christ. Then if we say we have to go after 1500 years ago, that is after that, not after that, that is Anno Domini. This is for Christianity. And this 1500 AD is from the day of the birth of Jesus Christ. So there are secular people also. So they say this is Christianity. So we'll use some other, say, symbols or words. So they added BC, before Christian era. And for AD they use C. So there is only the difference between Christianity and the way of. But the BC are same, AD, CE are same. Along with this, we have before present. What is this before present? Right now, right today date, say 5 August 2020, say one date. So we have to go before that. Then we add, when we write the year and then add BP, before present. Like if we get some stuff and we say we do some carbon dating, we can go up to that particular date or year. Then we use BP. Where did people live? Let us take some example. Let us come to our subcontinent. India and neighboring country are called as subcontinent. India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Burma, China, all these comes under. These are Indian subcontinent. We have a continent inside a continent. Our continent is Asia. And our subcontinent is quite different. It looks different. It is away from others because of mountains, etc. So Kirthar and Suleiman, please see that This is Vindhya Satpura, so we have Narmada river here, and then we have Ganga and Son river. So this river, all these are river basically. They have different rivers there. So we have the document, we have the praman that these places have either people living, have villages, have cities, or have advanced cities. Everything is water. If you see, all the civilization that developed were near the water. See Ganges, Ganga, and here we had Magad. Magad is one of the various Mahajanapadas. We have two big empires here. Jainism, Buddhism also were promoted and it developed here. So these are different Janapadas we know in Indian subcontinent, and that way the Magad, Kashi, Vajji, they flourished 2500 years ago. 2500. This Himalayan region, if you see, if you go detail, there are three parts you can divide, three ranges you can divide. The lowest one is Shivalik, the highest one is they act as a natural barrier, Himalayan ranges. From natural barriers for various reasons, like the cold wind coming, breeze coming, all these. So Himalaya and all these other barriers, that is how we are different from the Asian subcontinents. India is a subcontinent. How did this name of India has come, derived? We have multiple names. Hindustan we call our country. We call it as India. Every foreign country call our nation as India. How about Bharat? We Indian only say, some of the Indians say Bharat. So how these names have come? There is a reason. Here we have Greece, here we have Iran. Now Greeks and Iran, then they came here. This is Sindhu Nadi, Indus River. So when they go back, people ask, from where have you come? They say, because they have their different language, they say Indus. In Indus River, so they say Indos. They say Hindus. So they speak, we have come from Indos, we have come from Hindus. From Hindus, Hindustan has come. From Indos, India has come. And Bharat has come from Bharat. And this word is written in Rig Veda, Sanskrit. So there are certain people in India, certain region they are living, they were calling it as Bharat. That's why we know it as Bharat. So how do we know about the past? Like, I am a driver, I can drive. This is my profession. So there are people who have special profession. They do this only. So they do what? There are two categories of people or professionals. One are archaeologists, one are historians. Archaeologist, historian. So these two, the main work of them is to learn, is to know, is to document, is to understand all those things which are done in the past. So archaeological, there can be two sources. Archaeological means all the stuff what people are living. So they might be having some utensils, they might be having some auzar, instruments. So all these remains are called archaeological. This we know by archaeology, because at that time what has happened. The second thing is literary. If you go to monastery, very old monastery or temple, you will find some books, some manuscripts, some inscriptions. So whatever is written by hand are called manuscripts. They are written on the palm tree leaves. That is manuscript. Archaeology, the study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of site and analysis of physical remains. That is, whatever the archaeologists get, they date it to what date or what time it was there and how do they live. And they dig it also. Say, if someone has to have a railway line and people start digging and they saw, oh, there is a whole city out here. So archaeologists use that. As I said, they use monuments, artifacts, inscriptions, coins. Manuscript is always written by hand. Manu has come from the Latin word manu. Script has come from manu. Manu means manual. They are written on this palm tree or trees or birch found in Himalayas. The second thing is, mainly the Rajas, the kings, the emperor, whenever they where they have victory, they get victory, and they write those things on hard thing, like the stones, like the metals. So these are the inscriptions. Handwrittens are manuscript. These are also literary sources. These handwrittens manuscripts are not that much available, but the inscriptions, those adesh, those instruction, or some tale has written on the hard material, stone and metal, is still there. There are religious literature and secular literature. These are religious. Why? Because Ramcharitmanas, this Quran, Bible, all these are religious literature. Secular literature is about the story, poem, some epics. All these comes under some yatra, voyage. This comes under the secular literature. So at that time, what has happened, we know by this literature. As I said, there are two kind of professionals who gives us the information what you are studying also. This kind of city has been found properly, and they dig out also. They do the excavations. They are called archaeologists, and people who learn historians, they are called historians. So archaeologists should studies remains of building made of stones, bricks, paintings and sculptures, and historians are those people, those professionals who studied the past and use information found in inscriptions, seals and scripts. Inscription, that is written in stone or metal. Scripts, like the all literary material. So they act as detectives. These are detectives, because basic thing is they have to know who is the culprit, and this means whatever we have got, who were using it, what kind of people were there, what kind of lifestyle was there, culture was there. This is the story. So this is all about this chapter. This is a short summary. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.